Direct from the Six, world-renowned, Canada's largest city, with Canada's biggest thinkers, visionaries, and hustlers. This is Startup Talk, featuring the founders, funders, innovators, and community leaders who've led Canada's startup ecosystem right here in Toronto. You'll hear the challenges, the failures, the successes. Toronto's Startup Podcast gives you the full story direct from the entrepreneurs and influencers who've made a difference. Now, the host of Startup Talk, the founder of TorontoStarts, the Startup Coach.
What are some emerging regulatory trends that startups should be preparing for in the next few years?
Yeah. So I touched on this briefly. And again, I'm just going to speak about securities regulation because that's really the industry that I know best. But the self-certified exemption, which is the self-certified investor exemption, which is sort of that accredited investor light. So you've got the training or you've got the experience, but you don't necessarily have the financial personal position to qualify as accredited. That is unlocking a huge amount of capital for startups in terms of who you can raise funds from. Because suddenly now they don't have to be just friends and family or accredited. You can raise funds from people who don't fully qualify as accredited, but have the right education or experience background. This at the Equivesto Learning Center, we've got a definition showing there's like 25 plus different ways that someone can qualify as self-certified. Even passing the CSE, the Canadian Securities course, that will qualify you as a self-certified investor. So if you're out there trying to raise capital right now and you're not having as much of a success, with the angel networks or with whatever it is, you want to think about potentially using this because this is there really to assist you. Another recent regulatory change, now this is just in Ontario, so I can't speak for other provinces, but the Ontario Securities Commission recently added this exemption, this rule that allows startups to talk a little bit more openly about their raise. Now, technically, have startups already been doing this the entire time with pitch competitions, sending your deck around? Yes. Technically, before this, was that illegal? Also, yes. So now the thing you've already been doing is no longer illegal. So great news. It's now legal to do what you've already been doing, but certainly keep doing that. Take advantage of that. Reach out to people, pitch angel groups, go to pitch competitions. If people have angel investor in their LinkedIn bio, reach out. It's going to be 200 no's before you get the yes. So, work on updating that Excel file, tracking all the investor conversations, and be consistent. Ask for feedback, ask for introductions and referrals to others. That's sort of my recommendation on the outreach. But certainly from a regulatory perspective, the regulator is here to help you, but also to make sure that the bad actors in the ecosystem who are out here just trying to scam people or whatever aren't ruining the party for everyone else. So you want to be just keeping abreast of what the regulators are saying or doing because they're here trying to help you be successful in a safe way.
So I want to say thank you, Alex, for taking the time. You want to tell us again what you and Equivesto do and what are all the resources over there at Equivesto people should go check out?
Yeah, absolutely. So Equivesto is an exempt market dealer and an online investment portal for Canadian small businesses, startups, private funds looking to raise capital from Canadian resident investors. So if you are looking to do an angel round and you want a place where somebody's done a bit of due diligence into you already, they've helped you structure your whole round, plan out the valuation, got all the right legal documents, and they provide a digital location for you to actually go ahead and transact, certainly come check out what we're doing at equivesto.com. We also have a really robust learning center. So a ton of what we talked about here already is in our learning center. We also have a bunch of courses for free in our learning center on investor readiness. What are investors looking for from you? All this sort of information is there. It's totally free. A lot of it is webinars that we created with Craig. So feel free to go and consume some of that information. We want to try to help make capital raising easier and more rewarding for all Canadian companies.
This has been Startup Talk, Toronto's startup podcast. For more exclusive content, the episode vault, and to be part of TorontoStarts community, visit TorontoStarts.com. Get your name on the newsletter mailing list and check out our upcoming events. For more episodes, subscribe now. And please recognize the time and work behind the scenes put into connecting you with the biggest visionaries, entrepreneurs, and innovators in Toronto by leaving a 5-star review. Join us for more next episode from Toronto's most active entrepreneur and startup community on Startup Talk.